Welcome back to another Overreaction Monday with Not So Pro Football Talk. We are here. Liam says the GOATs are back. We apologize for our hiatus last week. Everything came down on us all at once. Vincent's been bogged down with med school. AJ decided to go on this honeymoon right in the middle of football season. How rude of him, I know, guys. And then me, I got loaded at work. I worked 90 plus hours last week, and it just needed some sleep. So we apologize for our hiatus. And yes, the GOATs are back. Me and AJ are in the house today for the Overreaction Monday, and we are hyped. And here is Dizzle. He has been in the comments for a while. So let me check my audio.
I'll just pick it up like this.
I got it. And okay. Now. All right. Dizzle is ready to go. Haven't been in NSP live stream in a hot minute. You know, Dizzle been putting in that work. Took the day off from work. Saw the new Leo movie. Unfortunately, the 5-win streak ended. Not bad though. And then he put a little fruit emoji. I don't know what that is.
The Leo movie.
I don't know what the Leo movie is.
I don't know.
I have not gone to the movies in a while, if I'm being honest.
I just saw the Blue Beetle movie yesterday. It's on HBO Max.
Yeah, is it good?
No.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I saw George Lopez in it, and I was like, oh, God.
George Lopez is actually the best part of the movie.
Really?
Yeah, believe it or not.
All right.
In my not so pro opinion.
All right, that's his overreaction for the week right there. Dizzle says, Not So Pros never stream punctual, always late. This is an absolute lie, and we will not stand for this. Slander, Dizzle. We always go live at 6:30 on Mondays. Yes, last week we missed a few, but life happens. But we started this thing right at 6:30. We put the stream up beforehand so people can join in, know that we're going live. They get that notification bell, but we wait till 6:30, all right? So we are always punctual. The GOATs are back. Selfish AJ. So selfish.
You don't understand. I had no service, so no Wi-Fi. I was going nuts the first 2 days. The first time I get a bar, I see that Joe Burrow's out for the season. I see that Mark Andrews is out for the season. I'm like, what's going on? What did I miss? And I was just absurd with news. It was crazy. I was off the grid for a little bit, but it was nice. White Sands, a little Coca-Cola in my hands, out there. So, but I could have stopped thinking about the NSP fam. Miss you guys.
For sure. This one says, movies Killers of the Flower Moon. Interesting story. I think
he's just making up movies at this point.
Don't make fun of Dizzle like that. Liam says, I'm going to lose my mind if the Chargers don't fire Staley. Dude, I was watching that game, and I could not believe how lucky the Packers got in order to win that game. I think we played really well, but we won that because the Chargers just did not execute well with the Eckler fumble. I know Keenan Allen had a good game, but at the end of the day, he dropped that touchdown. He dropped another pass. There's other things that happen. 4th down drops. It wasn't a good game or a clean game from the Chargers' perspective at all. Packers got lucky. We were able to capitalize on that. But, yeah, Staley needs to be fired.
I think there's a bigger play here. First of all, I was very pissed off in that game because Aaron Jones goes down with the injury. Yeah. Very sorry for you, Reed, and very unfortunate for Aaron Jones as well. Yep. But in a fantasy manager perspective, it's very frustrating. Of course, I have no right to say that. But for the Chargers as well, you have Austin Eckler fumble in the red zone, and then you have Keenan Allen 2 drop passes in the red zone. One of them was for a touchdown because it was on that goal line, and it's
that right here.
Yeah, right there. He was like, "Oh no, the sun is in my eyes, dude. You're freaking sponsored by Oakley. Come on, there should be any excuse. I get it. The sun's out there. I played sports. But the sun is a sun. The sun stays the same, right? So I can say I played sports out there. I played baseball, football, and all that. And it's just there's ways to go around that. There's no excuse. You're playing the professional level. You're getting paid millions of dollars for you not to buy a visor. Okay, I don't care if it doesn't look right, but that's your own damn fault. Catch the damn ball. Help me win my fantasy games.
There you have it. Dizzle says, my team is projected 151.8 next week. Never seen a projection that high. That is a pretty high projection. Definitely. It depends on what type of league you are. If it's full PPR, if there's extra weird rules in there, etc. But that is definitely a higher projection.
Yeah, I was actually projected to get that last week, but then my running backs decided to crap the bed. And now I scored 123 points, which I might lose tonight if Kelsey gets 17 points.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
AJ, are you growing in the pants with the 49ers' recent performances?
I'm taking BCB to a whole new direction. You don't even know. The Niners are back, baby. And everyone who's talking crap about Brock Purdy, they're crickets now. And it's the perfect passer rating. Second time it happened in 49ers history. First one was Joe Montana, and he won the Super Bowl that year. Come on, guys. I'm not saying they're going to win the Super Bowl this year. I really do have high hopes. I do think it's a real possibility. But Brock Purdy deserves some recognition. He's a good quarterback. He's damn good. And just like Richard Sherman said, Reed, if Brock Purdy was taking top 5 quarterbacks, he would be right there being compared to Patrick Mahomes. Right there. And I completely agree. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Just because he was a late pick, people just want to say that it's been a fluke or whatever. It's just wrong in my opinion. The coverage of Brock Purdy. Lou says IDL. If you guys saw his post game interview, but he claimed the defense was not the issue against the Packers. They let Love pass for 330 yards, and the defense isn't the issue. Yeah, that was the first game by Packers quarterback since December 2021 that the Packers quarterback has thrown for over 300 yards. It's been almost 2 years since the Packers have done that, and you guys let it happen. But I mean, your defense always lets that up. I definitely think there's blame on both sides of the ball as far as the Chargers, in my opinion, as a Packer fan.
So I didn't watch this post interview live.
I watched. Okay.
But I did go back, rewatched it, studied it a little bit, and I saw where he said that the defense wasn't the issue, but he also said at one point, when has the defense ever been an issue? Now, this guy's supposed to be a defensive guru, right? This guy's supposed to be all that about the defense. And have they always had bad games? Somewhat, yeah, of course, they beat up on bad teams or bad offenses. But yes, the defense is the issue. Now, here, I think this is the real play for the Chargers. I just think they're waiting patiently for Bill Belichick to become available. After the season, there's a lot of rumors saying that Bill Belichick may not be with the Patriots anymore. Now, that would be a perfect landing spot for Bill Belichick to go out there. Justin Herbert, who's playing lights out, who's literally carrying the team on his back. And he had more rushing yards than Austin Eckler. That's insane. It's insane to me. But Herbert is a great quarterback. He's wasting his years out there. Unfortunate news with Joey Bosa, hopefully for a speedy recovery, but that's always been the name of the game with the Chargers is the injuries, and they have to address that defense. Stop playing the defensive calls. Stop calling it. I mean, you're not helping out. You need to make some changes out there, but Chargers have not released a coach mid-season since 1998. There you go. It was stored up here. 1998, the year I was born. That's the last time they released a coach mid-season. I don't think they're doing it this year. I think they're going to wait for a good opportunity with a coach this upcoming season.
All right, interesting. This one says Killers of the Flower Moon with Leo and Denira Marty, Screese director. Yeah, I'm guessing you're some type of movie buff or something, Dizzle. I've never heard of this. Give us a 1 out of 10 recommendation if you could. All right, and if it's high enough, then I'll maybe try to look for it. All right. Roster next week is Hurts, Brees, Charbonnet, CD, Amon-Ra, Laporta, Olave, Kamara. Gonna be fun to watch the squad go on Thanksgiving. Got people in each game.
You know what? I'm super excited about Charbonnet going in. We see Kenneth Walker going down with an injury. He was already taking reps away from Walker, but Charbonnet is going up against the 49ers defense. Now, I know Rashad White got some points, but he got his points from receptions. So, depending on your league, depending how great Charbonnet is with catching the ball, that's where you're going to see his points. But all those guys playing on Thanksgiving, that's going to be a lot of fun.
All right. Dizzle says AJ played baseball, football, basketball, and got a hole in one. He's calling you the GOAT.
Very true. I tried to participate in track and I did not make the team. I thought it was a bunch of favoritism, but I hit a girl on the sideline with a disc.
How do you not make the team?
I hit a girl on the sideline with the disc.
Oh.
But that's another story for another day. I do want to jump up here because I do believe this is a – oh, never mind. It's not a first-time listener.
No.
I got mistaken here.
Joke to Smoke ain't a first-timer.
Well, we love Joke to Smoke.
I'm a big fan of Joke to Smoke.
I'm his biggest fan.
You don't even know his real name.
Is Jake.
Nope.
Oh, you know Joke to Smoke.
I know Joke to Smoke.
Yeah, I forgot that you know. Okay.
Yeah. Can we talk about Tommy DeVito has multi-passing touchdowns in 3 games and Pickett in 22 games? Yeah, it is. I was scrolling through TikTok and I found a Tommy DeVito highlight reel, and there's Italian music playing in the background. I started DeVito. I mean, I did not expect him to be playing this well, but he's playing well. He really is.
Yep. I mean, Giants just made a huge mistake signing that Daniel Jones.
Yeah, the huge mistake of Daniel Jones. Pickett has also been a big mistake, and we are going to pass through those comments. We put it up.
I want you to read it.
No, I wasn't going to read that one. Dizzle says, I'm so sad. Cashed out of my $250 to win $12.50 on Browns to win division after Deshaun Nudes. So sad because they're so fun to watch and their D is legit. Cashed out for money back.
I don't know why. Dizzle, you're one of the smart ones, right? I'm sorry, Reed. I don't mean to cut you off here, but I don't know why people are surprised. This guy has played half the season already. I'm talking about the backup quarterback. It's slipping my name. Rookie. You had Aaron Rodgers talk very highly of him. And this guy is not a bad quarterback. He is a system quarterback. He's getting the job done. And he is able to run the ball a little bit. But he's a par average quarterback. And I like that a lot. And that's just enough for them to win that division. There's not a lot going on. Joe Burrow's hurt. I'm sticking to my guns here. You put freaking Lamar Jackson's face in the ground and they fold. And then Steelers, besides a good defensive front, what are they? All right? And it got proven here. So I think the Browns are going to take that division.
They have a good chance to. They do. But we'll have to see. I'm not too positive yet. Liam says that Quentin Johnson drop is still haunting me. Yeah, that was a bad drop. I saw us get burned. I was like, oh, here we go again. But oof. The front office really can't make any good draft picks recently. Going to the draft, I wanted either Zay or Kincaid. There's a lot of options where you guys took Quentin Johnson, where you can see Zay Flowers is playing well. I'm you see on the other side of the field I forget his first name, but our receiver Reed had a great game with the rushing and in the passing game. Our 7th round. I mean, we got one in the 7th round, and he had a 90-yard game against the Chargers. And your first round guy can't even produce at all. It's hopefully in the years to come he pans out, but Quentin Johnson has not looked good at all this year.
Hey, Reed, Liam's already going through enough. You don't got to put him down even more like that.
Hey,
it's bad. And I feel for the Chargers fans, that was probably one of the worst games to watch as a Chargers fan. I keep want to say Niners. Bang, bang, Niner gang. But as a Chargers fan, that is horrible. I'm so sorry about that. But yeah, first round draft pick, that is just not going to cut it. He is. I don't think he's going to have a bright future with the team.
All right. This was movie recommendations for Flower on the Moon or wherever. He says 8 out of 10. It's 3 hours and 30 minutes. That is a huge commitment right there. I will have to think about it. All right. Liam says, and to think that Zay and Addison went 2 picks after is so frustrating. Yeah, Addison has been the most. He escaped my mind when I was talking about earlier, but Addison has been the most. What's the word? Looking good rookie or whatever you want to say out of this recent draft class. He's looked great. Yeah, you should have picked him. I think that he would have been a much better fit. I very much wish somebody did because now he's stuck in the NFC North, and it's annoying. Jokes of Smoke says he's amped for tonight's game. Don't know about y'all. I'm pretty excited about it. I mean, it's a Super Bowl rematch. I'm just hoping that it's close. I do have the Eagles winning this game just because I think, even though I think both teams have regressed from where they were last year, in my opinion, I still think that the Eagles are a more complete team than the Chiefs. Chiefs, if you take away Travis Kelce or if he goes down with the injury, there ain't nothing going on for them. And the Eagles offense, they can win in multiple ways in the passing and the running. And their front seven is still better than most. AJ, you excited for this game tonight?
No, I'm not excited. I put 2 fantasy bets in this game. I'm excited about that because I am 9 for 10 so far with my fantasy bets the past 10 games.
Wow.
But tonight, we have a comment here later on. I am going against Travis Kelce tonight. I was projected to blow this dude out of the water. My running backs did not show up. Now, if Travis Kelce gets 17 points for fantasy in a full PPR league, I lose. And I don't overtake the first spot. Very sad. And I do feel like he's going to get at least 17 targets. So I think Travis Kelce is going to get it, even though Taylor Swift's not going to be there.
I'm actually leaning on your side, AJ. I don't think he's going to get it this game.
Wow. I really hope so. So if you guys are in the comment section, light your candles, say a prayer, do whatever you need to do, wish upon a star for Travis Kelce's downfall here. Let's all hope he tears his ACL. Thank you.
Whoa. This guy, I swear, always. This says 49ers stink. Fraudulent team.
You're right. They do suck. They're a horrible team. 100%.
Shake Zilla says bueno.
Bueno, Shake. Thanks for being here.
Appreciate it. Liam says, as long as DeVito keeps playing like he is, Saquon is fantasy relevant. Yeah, I've been holding on to Saquon in a couple leagues for like the entire year.
He has been.
And it just hasn't been working out for me. And I almost was like, man, maybe I made a mistake here. Maybe I should have traded him away to AJ, all those like 1,000 bets. And finally got a huge game, and I'm hoping it's going to continue forward for me. But yeah, I'm hoping Saquon can continue with this type of production that he did this week.
I think Saquon will continue to be fantasy relevant just because of how horrible running backs are this year. We have a lot of injuries to running backs, and we have top tier running backs. Top tier: Travis Etienne, Austin Eckler, Josh Jacobs, Jonathan Taylor, who are hit or miss. There shouldn't be running backs who are hit or miss. There's only one running back who's not, and that is Christian McCaffrey. Other than that, can anyone name a running back who's been consistent from week 1 to now without injury, with 14 plus points a game? You can't. Now, Rachaad White's starting to look that way, and I just traded him for Austin Eckler. Now I'm kind of like, did I make a mistake? I don't know, but I got Keenan Allen from that trade as well. So
Eckler looks slow out there, man. It looks slow. Liam says, is Flacco going to start for Browns, or is that just precautionary pickup? I would imagine it's a precautionary pickup.
Mm-hmm.
Flacco does have experience, and that's what you're trying to look for in the backup position after DTR. But yeah, I would be very, very confused to see Flacco get pushed up into the starting role without a absolute terrible string of games or a injury, in my opinion.
Yeah, Browns keep on winning. No need for a change.
Justice says Ravens are going to win the division. And I would have to agree with you there. I think the Ravens still have the best bets, even without Mark Andrews. They're definitely not as good a team without him, 100%. But I still think they have the best chance of winning that league.
Because they have a really good schedule coming up.
Yep.
Yeah. Besides the Niners, of course.
Dizzle says my other league comes down to Butker getting 9 points.
Possible.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Is that you winning if he gets 9 points, or is that you losing if he gets 9 points? Big difference. Gabriel Munoz says, long-time watcher, first-time commenter. This is not your first time commenting, Gabriel. I don't know what you're going on about. He says he loves the show. I appreciate that. What are the what are the old of Travis Kelce scoring big without his girlfriend at the game? Kelce for the win. I think it's definitely lower. There's not going to be a Swift in the stadium, unless you're talking about the Eagles running back Swift. So maybe that will play an effect and make Travis Kelce play well. But I don't know.
I believe Dizzle also said in our Discord, which if you haven't yet, join our Discord. It's absolutely free. Link is in the description. That it's going to be a rainy game. So hopefully this is true. Hopefully we see a running back game. I'll be more than excited to see that.
Yeah, I definitely don't think Travis Kelce is going to have a good game. The Taylor Swift effect is real. I just saw a parent interview that he just said that he's thinking about retirement. Dude is on his last legs. I think he's definitely not going to score those 17 points that you need, Gabriel.
Lock him up.
Lock him up. Liam says another thing about Staley's post-game interview is that he told the reporter that in training camp, Quentin Johnson was looking good. This guy's seriously talking about training camp in week 11.
Oh man, this guy at this point, I fully believe that he's mental, and you just cannot take years of what this guy is saying. He's saying that defense is not the problem, even though it is. He's saying that he's not the problem, even though he is. He's saying that Quentin Johnson looked good in training camp. Okay, we're in week 11. Like, this guy is a bust. Sorry, not sorry. Let's move on.
All right. Pete De La Pena, one of our favorite Cowboy fans in the chat, says, let's go Chiefs. Need those Eagles to lose. This is completely off topic, Pete, but I just realized today that the Cowboys, despite them looking good and having a lot of wins, they have yet to beat a team with a winning record.
Wow!
That's
low.
I've been very high on the Cowboys. I've been very high on the Cowboys for the past 2 years. If you can watch the tape, I've spoken very highly of them. It's unlike you, AJ.
Me.
Yes, you are the Cowboy hater here. No. But it is something to note that the Cowboys have yet to beat a team that has a winning record. That is my biggest point against the Cowboys right now. I'm sure eventually they'll get one, but it is concerning moving into these later weeks and as we get closer to playoffs. But yes, you definitely need the Eagles to lose, 100% as a Cowboy fan. Dizzle says Lions are such a fun team to watch. Their D won't hold up in the playoffs. Yeah, their defense is definitely the detriment to that team. If they want to win in the playoffs, they have to make sure they are taking every single opportunity on offense to win, because that defense is not playing well. Putting up that many, allowing that many points against the Bears offense is not something you should be very proud of. And there's been multiple other games that they have not looked good either. Definitely, go ahead, AJ.
I think he's right. They are a fun team to watch because there's a lot of talent on that team.
A lot of grit.
But what I said before, I'm going to hold with it, is Goff. Defense, okay, you can't keep up with horrible teams. That's bad. It has to come down to the wire. And Goff threw 3 interceptions and got sacked 4 times. Let's not forget that. That is not good. You go against the playoffs, against the Cowboys, the Niners, the Eagles. I don't know who's gonna, who else is gonna join the league, because for me, I just feel like it's those 3 teams compared with the Lions at this point of time. They're not gonna let up like the Bears. They're not gonna look sloppy like the Bears. They're gonna be nice, neat, and uniformed and ready to play physical. So
I agree with you there. They are definitely going to meet up against some hard teams in the playoffs. But I definitely think they have those shots. They have the want for it. I don't think they're going to show up or show up to the game and not be ready. They're going to be ready for it, and they are hungry for it. So definitely be watching out for them to upset some teams, in my opinion, in the playoffs. Liam says to think that Saquon had six rushes for -4 yards going to the third quarter, and he finished with 14 carries for 83 yards is crazy. I didn't watch that game, but that is absolutely crazy for him to pop off like that.
And then he caught that long bomb for a touchdown. Absolutely insane.
Gabriel Munoz says, I have CMC, injury-prone running back. Still talking because we all called him stupid for taking him. Did you take him number 1 overall?
Number 1 overall.
Hey, worked out. Singletary has been putting up points. Pete Delapena says I think that's a comment to you, AJ, when you were asking about which running backs have been consistent.
I think he's just putting that out there about Singletary. For you had back-to-back weeks where Singletary gets 16 plus points. That is awesome. Of course, Dameon Pierce's injury has a big play on this. And the first week that Dameon Pierce was not playing, I said, hey, I'm going to put in Singletary. This guy got every single carry in the backfield, but did nothing with it. Now, this is a different Houston team. From one week to the next, it is a different Houston team. These guys are for real. They're ready to play. And Singletary looks great. If Dameon Pierce is going to be limited, not playing, you start this guy. Must start. Boom.
All right. Liam says Mark Andrew injury is a good thing for Flowers fantasy wise, right? Question mark. I think that's a coin flip in my opinion. There's going to be more attention on him now on both sides. You can basically say they're going to look to him to make plays, but the defense, you don't have to worry about the Ravens tight end not too much. They have Isaiah Likely back there, who I think will be a good fit to try to replace Mark Andrews. But at the end of the day, Mark Andrews is Mark Andrews. Yeah, definitely Flowers is going to get a little bit more attention on the defense. So it's up to him to really see what he ends up doing with it. I think it's going to be about the same, in my opinion. AJ?
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna benefit him maybe with one more target, maybe. But we've seen these past few weeks that OBJ is getting a little more attention. 5 targets. It's right. But Rashad Bateman got some targets this past week. But you got to remember, Zay Flowers is not a big body guy, right? So you lose your tight end who is a big body guy, and you got to replace him with maybe a slot guy. You might adjust OBJ into a slot wide receiver because he has a bigger body and he has good hands, good route running skills. Fair still to this day, but Isaiah Likely will come in. He will look pretty decent. We saw him week 1. He was okay, but I would be cashing in on saying Zay Flowers is going to boost up because of that injury.
I agree. This says win if he gets 9. Bill's getting 21 is insane. Zach Allison should be cut. Who's Zach Allison?
Honestly, that's slipping my mind right now.
Bill's getting 21, so he's talking about the Bills. Zach Wilson.
Oh, okay. I was like,
yes.
I don't know who Zach Allison is. Like, oh my gosh, this is horrible. I did this live on stream. But yeah, I mean, he already got benched.
He got benched not to the second string. He got benched to the third string. He's definitely on his way out, I think, after this season. They're not going to move him right now. They're not just going to cut him. They'll trade him for draft capital next year before the draft. But, yeah, he's seen his final snaps in New York. He will not play them there again. No, absolutely. Unless the other 2 guys, Trevor Siemian and Tim Boyle, get hurt, it is going to be Zach Wilson on the bench, most likely.
Which sucks because I have a freaking rare card of his, which is like nothing now.
Hey, he can go to another team, different situation, not one with a absolutely terrible offensive line. Maybe he can be a little bit better. We definitely saw improvement from him this year, from last year, and that's with a worse offensive line. I definitely don't think it's 100%. He's just terrible now. He'll never play again. I definitely think he has another chance on another team in a different situation. Maybe he can be good, but that's a hard maybe, in my opinion. Can either of you hit the CJ Stroud squabble dance? It's like something like that, right?
I don't know. I don't know. I only seen it a few times, but
I think it's called the Celly, I believe.
give me a week to practice, or give me this Saturday to practice because we got some cool stuff coming up.
Yes, sir. We've already announced that, I think, right?
I don't think we did.
I think we did.
We announced that we're going to the game, but we didn't announce
Yeah.
what we're doing.
I thought we teased it. Liam says the Cowboys are frauds. Fair. Dizzle says I never bet against Andy Reid after a bye. I don't know. I think Travis Kelce was a little starstruck going overseas. I think maybe his head might be in the stars still. I'm going with the Eagles. We'll give our final game predictions later. But he says CD Lamb is the GOAT. I don't know about GOAT. I think you're throwing out GOAT a little bit too much. AJ being GOAT, I don't know. CD Lamb being GOAT, I don't know.
I think you're just jealous at this point.
You're saying CD Lamb's the GOAT?
No, because you said that I was the GOAT. Wow. Okay.
This is our year. Pretty easy to say when you get to play the Giants Commanders twice a year. Very true. Very true. But they'll say that regardless of who's in the division. Are we witnessing the Sean Payton effect in Denver, or did that defense just decide to start trying? This is actually one of our topics is, did Sean Payton turn this team into a winning team? Has he unlocked the Russell Wilson effect or whatever? I think there's definitely something in there. I don't think they are a top team than AFC by no means, but they are definitely much better, in my opinion, after these past few weeks. It's close. Most of them have been close, tight wins, but they've beat some respectable teams. For Chiefs being one, the Bills were another one, and then this past week the Vikings. I mean, these are respectable teams with respectable quarterbacks, and hey, the Sean Payton and the Denver Broncos have come up on top.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about at the beginning of the season, right? I said that I believe Sean Payton was going to turn around this team, but not right away. It's going to take some time, and we're seeing a little bit of an effect, right? If the Broncos could figure out how to stop the run efficiently, they might just run away with that. They're second in their division. Jeez.
All right. Dizzle says, as a Pats fan, I want the offensive coordinator for the Lions, Ben Johnson. I think his name get him and draft Caleb or Drake May. So are you saying you want him for your offensive coordinator position? Or are you saying you want him for your head coach position?
Head coach. Bill Belichick's out of there.
Dude.
Mac Jones ruined his career. Ruined it. Soiled it. Mac Jones is garbage. I want to say another word, but I can't. He's horrible. Throw him in the water.
All right. I think it's crazy to fire Bill Belichick. And he says head coach. Brock get the rhythm, LOL. Oh, that was pretty good, AJ. That was pretty good. Yeah, you're practicing. Reed, you want a little geography lesson? Argentina is in South America. No sea to go over tips from Dizzle to Sizzle. What was that in reference to?
When you said I wasn't the GOAT.
How does that have to do anything with GOAT?
Oh my gosh. Come on, Reed.
I have no idea. Mac lost his confidence. He's now Basuda. What's that?
Ass.
Oh.
Mac Jones he's horrible. Okay, he was never good. He was surrounded by a lot of top tier talent in Alabama, offensively and defensively and coach wise. This guy literally had it to him. I know everybody's going to say, "Oh, but Brock Purdy's the same thing." It's different. This is the NFL. We're not going against, freaking small universities with a powerhouse, right? We're going against professional teams here. Mac Jones came in cocky. There's a difference between confident and cocky, and he got his mouth slapped. He got checked. That's what happened. The NFL checked him. And I don't know why it didn't happen sooner, but he's ruining Bill Belichick's freaking career as a head coach over there in New England.
Gotcha. He says now when you said Kelsey went overseas on his bye. So if you want a little geography lesson, there is actually a gap in between where Mexico and South America meet. So there is a sea there, Dizzle. There's a little gap.
I thought you guys were friends.
We're frenemies. Mac was a dog through his rookie year. I don't know about saying he was a dog. He played well his rookie year for what was given to him. I think he's been in a bad situation, in my opinion. I don't think it's all on him, all his faults. But, yeah, there has not been enough for me to support Mac Jones any longer.
I felt like he was a bit overrated as a rookie. I mean, him making the Pro Bowl, I felt like was absurd. Everyone fell in love with him because he did
anybody makes the Pro Bowl nowadays.
Nowadays, yeah, it's true. It's all about the media. It's
nobody wants to play, so the people who get voted in either going to the Super Bowl or they say they don't want to play and they're hurt or whatever. It's a joke. Nobody cares about Pro Bowl anymore. You want another lesson? Kansas City is in the middle of the U.S., so you could fly over Central America on your way to South America. But there's a sea there.
Come on, Reed.
All right. Let's go into one of our topics now that we've gone through all the comments. Let's go over the Bengals. That's one of the things we have not really talked about really at all. But my question to you, AJ, is will the Bengals bungle without Burrow?
The Bungles?
The Bungles.
The Bum Goals.
Bungles?
They're bums now. We saw what happened without Joe Burrow. I mean, Jamar Chase had, 4 receptions? That's for 21 yards, I think it was. I could be mistaken here. I'm a little choppy with these stats. But come on, man. Like, the Bengals need Joe Burrow. The Joe Burrow has gotten hit more than any other quarterback, I think, in history, right? For the amount of games he's played, which is absolutely absurd. Who are you going to put in there? If they want someone desperately, they have to go out there and resurrect freaking Phillip Rivers, right? I know he had his 10th kid, but maybe that could push him to get another paycheck. Like, I don't know. They need someone who is a veteran, who knows how to get himself around the pocket, knows how to work defenses. And they need a vet that, I don't know, this is desperate times for the Bengals here. This is it. After this year, they have to start paying people. So, Joe Burrow, love the guy, love the Bengals, but this is it. That's it. No mas. You got to do something here right now, quick.
Yeah, this is definitely the year that they could have capitalized on it all. Next year, it might turn into what happened to the Packers, where you lose a lot of key players because of free agency. You keep a good quarterback and some wide receivers, so you will always be relevant. You will always be in the conversation, but just not have enough in order to go over the hump. So I think they'll definitely bungle, in my opinion. The Bengals will without Burrow. They still have a chance to make the playoffs, but after that, I don't see them making it past the first round. This says, Reed, why don't you lift my gooch? Why don't you bring it over, buddy? Patriots will have Caleb and T. Higgins next year. Pants will be off in Gillette Stadium. We will be back. You want T. Higgins?
You want Caleb Williams? I get it. He's a hot hand, but this dude was sobbing uncontrollably after a loss. I get it. Games are emotional. Not that game. That doesn't, I don't care if you're coming into the draft with a perfect freaking record. You're sobbing in front of everyone, curled up in your mom's arms, which is nothing wrong being curled up in your mom's arms. Okay. I'm not saying that, but not out there in public, not out there in national television. You don't do that. And then immediately you follow up with your post conference saying, I just want to go home, cuddle with my dog, and watch TV shows. Remember, this is the same guy that said, whatever team I'm getting drafted to, I want ownership stock. He wants partial ownership. This guy wants to cuddle at home with his dog and watch TV shows instead of saying, you know what? I'm going to hit the film. I'm going to do some studying. I'm going to work harder than anyone else out here. I still deserve to be the number one draft choice. And I'm going to prove to everyone why I deserve to be that way and not sob in the sideline in your mother's arms. It is embarrassing. These guys are not mature. They're our age, Reed. They're our age.
They're younger than us.
Okay, by like a year or two, Reed. Like a year or two.
Okay, to you. I know you're a little younger.
Yes, they're literally our age. These guys are immature. They want everything handed to them. I don't want that guy leading my team. That's another freaking Mac Jones who's a little more athletic. That's what I see. Not going to pan out in the NFL. You could clip this right here. He's not going to pan out. Not like that.
All right. AJ has always not hated weak mentality people. So that's his take. I definitely agree with it a little bit, but I think I don't know if we can, in my opinion, you can never fully know if someone, as far as quarterback, will pan out in the NFL. There's 100 different things that go into it, and it all comes down to their mentality and their talent and the situation. If you don't have all three of those things, it's going to be pretty hard for you. And if you don't have mentality, as AJ says, which I agree with, you're definitely going to be hurting going into the NFL. Just says, I'll take AJ at this point over Mac.
Dude, I'm freaking deadly, bro.
AJ, you couldn't even see over the old offensive lineman. You'd be like,
dude, I'm taller than Kyler Murray. Don't give me that. I'm taller than Kyler Murray. 214. Dude, look at that. Dude, that cadence is way louder than Mac Jones. Get out, way more confident. I had a high ankle sprain, which is pretty severe at that time, and I still played the remainder of the season, remainder of the playoffs. Reed didn't even know it was hurt. He hit me in my ankle.
I hit him, yeah.
He hit me for no reason. And this guy's crying on the sidelines. Like, come on, dude. Get out of here with that. And you should see, I did release I don't know if I ever sent that to you, Reed, but remember when the Niners were going through some QB trouble?
No, I don't remember.
No? Okay. Well, I sent a little tryout video to them, like freaking Uncle Rico style.
Did you really?
I did.
Why have you never seen this?
I think I told y'all about it, but yeah.
We need to find the film of that right now.
It was so long ago.
He said he wanted to go home and get my post-game recovery Deshaun Watson style. Jeez. Dizzle says, give me the Dak cadence. Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. You got to do the clap with it. Followed by an interception.
Yeah, definitely not the best right there. All right, what else can we talk about? Should we talk about Zach Wilson?
Yeah, we did talk about Zach Wilson.
Not fully in depth, but what do you think his chances are of being a quarterback elsewhere? We know that definitely he's never going to touch the ball ever again in New York unless he goes to the Giants somehow. But do you think if he lands maybe with the Falcons next year, maybe with the Bears next year, there's 1,000 different places he could go. Do you think he has a chance to start again in this league and be good?
I got my Sam Darnold stamp, and I'm putting it right over his face. That is Sam Darnold right there. He's just going to bounce around. A little bit of Josh Rosen too, but I feel like, yeah, he's right there with Josh Rosen. Sam Darnold wasn't that bad. Josh Rosen wasn't that bad. Zach Wilson, he's that bad. He's that bad. And I think the cherry on top was not when his own coach, Robert Saleh, tackled him in the sideline. Not that point. Was when he was like, all right, coach, I got it. And then falls on the floor. I'm pretty sure everyone's seen that one already.
Yeah.
He's lost. He's gone. There's no more confidence. It doesn't matter how many mothers he meets. You're not going to find that confidence in him. Not again. He's out.
All right. Dizzle says that's not it at all. It's super elongated. Here we go. Here we go. Apparently.
I guess
everybody. It's just his cadence, man. It's just how it works. I don't have any other topics. I think we're ending the comments here right now. So we're going to go ahead and give our predictions for the game tonight. Eagles are traveling to the Kansas City Chiefs for a Super Bowl rematch from last year. Hopefully the field conditions are a little bit better this time, and there's not people slipping and sliding the whole time. But Eagles, Chiefs, as I said earlier, have both regressed from where I think they were last year as far as their team, their roster. Do we think who's going to come out on top of this? Is the Eagles going to get their revenge, or the Chiefs going to continue to show that they are the dominant team in this matchup? AJ, what is your score prediction? Who do you got winning?
The Eagles are the better team here. The Eagles have the perfect weather condition. They are able to run the rock with Swift, with Jalen Hurts, little dink and run passes. They don't have to revolve around 3 running backs in order to pass the ball to their running back. This is perfect for the Eagles. The Chiefs will win this game.
Really?
The Chiefs are going to come out winning this game. For some reason, I'm tired of betting this way. The Chiefs, when it comes to important games like this, big time games, I'm not going to say important because it's not important at all to their schedule, but they win games like this, exciting games. They're in it. They're all about the media. Who cares? Who's talking about them losing to the Broncos? Everyone is going to talk about them this game. Everyone. For at least 2 weeks. I want to have the Chiefs winning this game. And my score prediction is 27-24.
Wow. AJ is the biggest Chiefs fan here at this podcast. I'm going to go with the sorry, AJ. I'm going to roll with the Eagles. I think they're the better team overall. I think that they are going to frustrate Kelsey and Mahomes in this game, and they're going to be able to do whatever they want on offense, whether it's the tush push, whether it's a brotherly shove, whether it's A.J. Brown just absolutely destroying every single defense out there. I think the Eagles are going to have their way. I'm going to have them winning 28-17. I think they win this game with command and show their dominance over this league. So I got the Eagles winning. Dizzle says Zach needs to find himself a good mom out there. Joke that smokes says fly, Eagles fly. He's obviously got the Eagles here as our resident Eagles fan. Dizzle says, bruh, it's pouring rain. LOGG Booker. He says, you think Zach likes God. I'm not gonna we're not gonna talk about that, okay?
Probably Jugs.
Dizzle, we are a respectable podcast that talks about football. All right. Gosh. All right, so that's our score prediction. Unless there's another comment out there, make sure you guys tune in tomorrow as we go live for fantasy at 6:30. Dizzle, we will start it at 6:30. Don't be calling us late, but we're going live at 6:30 to talk about everything fantasy football as we get ready. As we are in the playoff push, you are either safe and secure in the playoffs, or you are trying to make a run at it like I am in one of my leagues. I need to win out in order for me to even have a chance. But yeah, make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. It is going to be a fantasy ask all, as we have already passed the trade deadline. So you got to live and die by the waiver wire. And that's where we do our best. Right, AJ?
Damn right.
Damn right. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 6:30. What was that?
Central Time.
Central Time, 6:30. We'll put out a link in the Discord, all right? And make sure you just have the notification bell, all right? But thank you guys. Like the video if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe as always, and we'll see you guys next time. Keep on grinding.